Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Welcome back if you are returning, welcome if you're new. We are asking for an immediate message from Spirit, and we're also going to check in on the next 7 days and see what we can find out about the week that is coming for you. Now we have 3 amazing cards for you to choose from today, and these have been gifted to me by an independent creator. Thank you, James. They are amazing. And some of you may actually know James. I don't think he's on YouTube. I think he's actually on Facebook, but he's known as Jim Will Paint It. And his artwork is incredible. I will put links to the various sort of sites and stuff that he does below because his stuff is phenomenal. So you can check it out if you wish to. So, beautiful souls, let me show you these cards and then we will draw runes and charms as well. So pile 1, you have the card of the Lovers. This is for pile 1. This is for pile 2. We have the World. And for pile 3, we have Temperance. This is for pile 3. Now let's get some runes and charms as well. So pile 1, you have 1 rune. And it's Ice, Isa. This is sometimes known as the rune of Standstill. And your charm for pile 1 is, well, you have a starfish. Beautiful. So that is for pile 1. Pile 2, we have the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities. This is Anzus. And your charm, we have a horse. Very beautiful. Okay. So that is for pile 2. Let's have a look at pile 3. We have the rune of defense, Awaz. Okay, very interesting, especially with Temperance. Wow, gosh, I am dead excited to be doing these readings. Okay, very interesting energy here, actually, very interesting. So the charm for pile 3 is, we have another horse. Wow, that's really, really interesting to get 2 horses out of this bag of charms. Very, very fascinating. Right, okay, if you're drawn by horses, there may be more than one reading for you today. Okay, so beautiful souls, these are the cards, the runes and the charms. I'm going to leave the video running for just a little bit longer for anyone that wants a little bit more time. And I will then see you in the reading and we will find an immediate message for you. And we will then look at the week ahead as well. Beautiful souls, see you in a moment. Pile 1, welcome. Let's find out what your immediate message is from Spirit. What I do see immediately in your significator card are these 2 snails. They really stood out to me when this card first came out. The fact that we have standstill, ice, Isa. Sometimes this means the ice needs to melt. Something needs to be melted, to be softened in order for something to move forwards. But sometimes it literally means stand still, you know, or take it slowly is what I'm hearing with the snails here. So let's see what else we're shown. How interesting, you have the spring autumn card, but it's not come out in either the upright or the reverse position. It's come out like this. So I feel like we're in between. How interesting. We're in between. We have spring and autumn, which means we are looking at summertime maybe. Perhaps something is going to happen around summertime. Let's see what else we are shown. We have Uriel and the Sphinx showing up for you as well. And this is about the sands of time. The way that something's going to blow over is what I'm hearing as well. In the book that comes with this card, this kind of talks about the way that the Sphinx has been covered with sand. You know, if you get a desert storm, it could be covered with sand and it could be literally kind of buried. And then, you know, another storm could come along and blow those sands away and something can be revealed. What is needing to be revealed, or what is going to be revealed to you? We have Waking the Lion. Oh, okay. This is like, yeah, so I think something is going to wake you up or melt you, or something maybe that you have been waiting for. This may well actually be a relationship reading. I mean, the card of the Lovers is fundamentally a card of choice, but I think this may be a relationship reading. I think something may be coming to wake you up. Yeah. After a long period of waiting, you have the desert harvest. Gosh, okay. I think your immediate message is literally that. I think it is... Something is going to wake you up. Something will be worth waiting for. Something that is very big, bold, bright, passionate will come after a period of, waiting. I think you're not quite there yet. So I feel you're being asked to wait for something. Something feels like it's slow to emerge. If you're in a current relationship and it doesn't appear to be moving forwards, I think it will, but maybe it needs to take its time. Something is to be unveiled, or something will blow over. If you've had an argument in a relationship, it's going to blow over. It may take a little bit of time. Don't push it. If you had a falling out with someone, don't push it. Take your time over this. Whatever that relationship is, it doesn't necessarily mean this is a love interest, but it is a relationship reading. It could be a connection with a colleague or a friend, or, whoever that person is. But I do think this is a relationship reading primarily. Let's draw your tarot cards and see what else we're shown. I think your first message is really very clear. Something is going to take its time, or it needs to take its time. It will either blow over if there's been a discord. The ice will melt, but it's going to take its time. Or if you are single and looking for love, for example, maybe you're not quite there. Maybe you're in an in-between space. You could even be in a transitionary relationship where you've met someone and it's like an in-between kind of thing. You're not like a transitionary relationship, and it will move forwards, but just not immediately. I think, this is reassurance if you're single and looking, that this will come. You may have been waiting for a while, but it will come. I mean, the Waking the Lion is stunning. Something is going to arrive. It's just slow, or, as I said, even if there's been a discord, take your time. It's going to sort of work out. But it will need to sort of heal gradually, I feel. Right, let's draw more cards and see what we are shown. What else do we have for my lovely pile one? Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, and kind of what we're seeing here is somebody offering something, but somebody is sitting here looking pretty unresponsive. I mean, this is a card of kind of boredom. Sometimes that's what kind of we really hear in this card, but we do have the Ace of Cups as well. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Devil, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, wow, look at this. This is so a relationship reading, isn't it? I mean, just the cards that are coming out. Let me move this card up a little bit so that we can get these in. This really is such a clear relationship reading. I think what I'll do is put that one on top of that. Just bring them up here. Okay, right. Okay, there's a lot of detail really here actually about how this is unfolding. Now, some of you may be feeling pretty fed up waiting, or you may even be feeling pretty fed up if you're in, waiting if you're in a relationship and waiting for it to emerge, or if you're single and you're waiting for someone to show up or to meet someone. I think you might be getting pretty bored, pretty fed up. But something is on its way, look. Somebody's offering something here. And we do have the Ace of Cups here. Now, the Ten of Wands is interesting because this is a card of burden. Having too much responsibility. Carrying too much. We have the card of the Devil. This is about cutting cords, although it could also indicate passion, actually. Interestingly enough, the sexual side of a relationship. As, waking the lion. Okay. Whatever your situation is, I think passion is going to be coming into your world. I think you are going to be woken up by someone. Now, whether this is an existing relationship that refines its vitality, its passion, its desire, or it's somebody brand new coming into your world. I'm very curious about this card sitting in this in-between space. I guess in reality, the timing, whenever you come to this reading, obviously these are timeless readings, so you can tune into them, at any time. But at the time of doing this reading, we are coming into summer, so I guess we are now, really. We're not quite in summer yet. We're just coming into May. Still in April, but we're heading for May. And, so we're at the end of spring. Also, because we've got the Fawn card showing up here and then moving into spring, I wonder if there's something I'm hearing fallen from grace. There could have been, for some of you, a discord in a relationship. Maybe it felt like you had fallen from grace or somebody else has fallen from grace. But actually, I think something is to either arrive or it's to be overcome. So in a way, it does arrive. It's like, just listen, I don't know if you can hear that. The most beautiful bird has just literally started singing by my door. Isn't that gorgeous? But it feels like something, hello. It feels like something is to come alive, to sing to your heart, to wake you up, to uncover you, to melt you. If you're feeling very frozen and bruised by someone, I'm really fascinated. What's this? I keep hearing superstar coming through. Maybe this person will be a bit of a superstar for you, or maybe you've been a superstar. I'm going to draw some more cards. But I think your message is really, really clear. The immediate message is, this is coming. You're going to be woken up by someone, or a relationship is going to recover or find its vitality or its passion, or, it's something can be overcome. Even if it's been weighing heavy, and I think it might have been weighing heavy, on your mind if you're in a relationship and it's not going well. If as well, for example, if this is like a work colleague, if you really, really, really do need some help, then this will be somebody who comes in and supports you. The Nine of Pentacles is a really fulfilling, has such a fulfilling energy. And the Ten of Cups is just pure happiness. It's happiness, joy, looking to the future. So yeah, I think somebody is going to come in to your world, or an existing person is going to step up. And I think something really, really positive is going to come after a period where it has felt very kind of barren. I will just draw a couple more cards around the desert harvest to find out just a little bit more about what this is about. Could we kindly ask for more information about the desert harvest, please? We have the High Priestess, and we also have the Four of Swords. Now, this High Priestess, look at the way she has this scroll. I think this is telling me that this is you've needed to wait for this. There's something quite karmic about this. It's like a contract. So if you've been waiting for, it could even indicate marriage. Like if you've been in a relationship and you're beginning to feel like it's just not going to go anywhere. Well, I think, this is where something steps up. This could be about making a commitment. The 10 of Cups sometimes can indicate that long-term happiness, that commitment, that marriage. There's a permanence. You can build a new future together, a long-term future. I think I was asking about the desert harvest with these cards. I think because we have the Four of Swords, I do think this is something you have waited for. Some of you have even kind of dreamed this person in. Yeah, some of you may have been literally dreaming about this person, someone coming into your dreams. But I do feel this is divinely guided with the High Priestess, and the timing is right. This is what your reading is also saying, hence the sort of spring and autumn. I think the timing is right for someone to come into your world, for there to be an opening. And I do think it's very soon, because we're not quite in summer yet. At the time of doing this reading, but we are heading for summer, so we're kind of in this in-between place. If you're in the northern hemisphere, we're moving from spring into summer. If you're in the southern hemisphere, I guess you're moving from autumn into spring, or not winter rather, winter into spring. But wherever you are, there's this in-between place. This is where we are at the moment. And I think this is happening soon. Let me ask about the week ahead for you. I think this is your message, that this is a divinely guided relationship, and it will melt you. It will ease your burdens. It will wake you up. It will melt your frozen heart if you have been feeling stuck or frozen. Let's ask about the week ahead. May we kindly ask about the week ahead. What is happening this week? Okay, so we have the Three of Wands, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Hierophant. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords. How interesting. And I'm seeing a card from the base as well. And we have the Chariot. Okay. Now I'm going to link these cards to your primary message rather than just look generally at the week ahead. There may be some of the other readings, the other two readings today may have other messages that are about other areas of your life. But I'm linking this very much to your primary message. And I'm seeing there is a longing in you. So whether this is a longing for an existing relationship to move forwards or a new person to arrive, and I do feel that there is a real longing, and in a way what these cards are saying is sort of surrender to this. This is asking you to kind of trust that this is going to move forwards. I think that you possibly have begun to feel that you can't see this ever happening. Maybe you're feeling that you're at a bit of a stalemate with the Hanged Man. You can't see a way forwards, or you're beginning to feel like you have a longing but it's never going to be met. You're being asked to sort of to trust and believe, actually. Even this Seven of Swords she looks so positive. It's like she's preparing, actually. She's gathering her swords. I think this is not, I'm not seeing anything imminent. You're being asked to sort of make a commitment with the Hierophant to knowing that this will move forwards. It's like making a commitment to trust that this will happen, that this will move forwards, this will take place. The Chariot is quite a fast-moving card. So it's kind of fascinating that I almost feel like as your week unfolds, you're possibly in a longing for something to happen and beginning to feel like it never will, or you can't see a way ahead. I think something may shift, I almost see you sort of, kind of almost like, it reminds me, I was going to say sort of accepting it. These two cards together are reminding me, I met somebody at a conference, and she was just overflowing with love, and she was in a wonderful relationship. She just got married, and she said, I had reached this point where I had just accepted that I was going to be on my own. And she just said, I tried everything. I'd done dating apps, and I just didn't seem to meet the right person. And then she said, I have totally just accepted, this is it, I'm on my own. And she went to an event in her village, got talking to this lovely guy who also lived in the same village. They both lived in the village for about 10 years but never met each other. They fell madly in love, and they had just got married. And it was like just at that moment when she had sort of surrendered to this sort of, it's not going to happen to me kind of thing. And then it did. And I feel there's something of that message here, actually. And almost as if you can surrender in trust and love where you are, then it can happen. It's like something like the universe can align for you. The Hierophant is a card sometimes of commitment and marriage, and the Chariot moves something forwards. So likewise, if you are in an existing relationship that hasn't been going well, or it's been stuck, or even negotiating a contract with someone, I think this will move forwards this week. I think you will, something will come this week for you. I'm not quite sure how it will arrive, but this is a commitment card, and the Chariot is moving something. It's a fast moving energy. So yeah, maybe right at the start of the week, you're not quite sure how this is going to ever happen, or how to move something forwards in an existing situation. But I think by the end of the week, I am seeing movement, actually. We are seeing something. So it may be that you do almost like randomly come across somebody, or someone shows up in your world. I think it is imminent. For some of you, it literally could be this week. And that may be applying especially to those of you if you're in an existing relationship but it's just not moving forwards, or there's been any discord or any negotiations, just something that you're needing to sort of sort out and work out. I think you'll get to it at the end of the week in a really good way. Really good way, because we have this beautiful outcome here with the 10 of Cups. So I do think this, in that way, this will move forwards. For some of you, there may be a little bit of a longer wait, but that there's definitely some kind of shift or move forwards towards the end of your week. I mean, maybe you get an invitation to something. If you are single, perhaps you get an invitation and you make a commitment, because that will actually move something forwards. It could put you in the right place at the right time. So we are seeing a move forwards. This is, as I said, this is a relationship. It's full of relationship promise. That is what this reading is all about. Well, pile one, I feel this is where we are with this. I don't think there's anything else coming through. I do see something happening this week in some way, shape or form. So thank you so much for being here. Beautiful souls, I have just opened my tarot course, the doors to my tarot course. So I've added a little video at the very end of the readings for anyone that is interested in checking that out. And I'll put a link to the homepage as well. I'll also link these cards, and I'll list all the cards I'm using as always. So if there's anything that you're really interested in, any of the cards that you like, you should be able to find them. And the timestamps and all of the things that I post always in the description below, and I'll put them in a comment for you as well. And beautiful souls, thank you so much, all of you who subscribe, and the comments that you leave, and everything that you do that supports the channel. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's ask for an immediate message for you, and we'll look at the week ahead as well. I'm seeing these two cards come out for you. There's quite a fast energy to your reading, I feel. Even, with your significator card, the world. The combination of this with the horse, I feel there's something that can move quite fast. There's a turnaround. Something ends and something new begins. Something, one thing departs from your world, another thing arrives. And there's timing with the synchronicities that come in with this energy of this room. We have, how interesting, we have the karmic trench and a fated meeting. Ooh, this is very, very, very exciting. How fascinating. If you were drawn to pile 1, you may want to check it out. I'll just voice it just because there's something about this fated meeting card coming through that connects. I think something is moving forwards quite fast, or there's a turnaround here. Now, the karmic trench is interesting because it's a card that asks us not to repeat patterns. Okay, yes. Well, we do need more information, most definitely. Okay, we then have Roots of Abundance. I love this card. Isn't that gorgeous? Roots of Abundance. I'm actually seeing this one and this one. We have Sacred Sherpa guides you beyond. Okay, absolutely. She's crossing over something here. Can you see the red light here? I don't know if you can see, that is a red light. It's pointing backwards. She's looking back. And we have Sisters of the Sacred Spiral, which is another card of transition. It's another card of moving through and beyond something. I think we'll just put these here, maybe. Where should we put your cards? Isn't it interesting? I don't quite know where to put them. I'm wondering, are you going to know quite where to place yourself in something? Okay. I'm going to move the camera out a bit. I'm going to make a bit more space for us. Okay, that's better. We've got our cards in view. Now, this is really, really fascinating. I love this card, Roots of Abundance. And it's a card that actually, especially sitting with the karmic trench, it's really reassuring you that you are safe, you are grounded, your hopes and your dreams are coming into fruition. I think that there is a meeting, someone. It's fascinating because pile 1 was a relationship reading, and I sort of feel this is also a relationship reading. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean love. It could also be it could be a friend, it could be a work colleague, it could be, whatever it is. But this is a different reading, though. It is a very different energy. This is actually saying to you, do not repeat the same sort of like internal karmic patterns of responding to something. I think this is a card that is marking the end of either a belief system, particularly connected to people. So it could be like a lack of trust, or you've got to learn to believe in people. You've got to release your lack of trust. If there's a karmic pattern, or likewise, if you have been giving more than you receive, then actually that's a pattern that you need to stop. But you're being shown that this is a card that says what you need and what you desire is coming to you. It's coming into fruition. And this is about leaving behind something and moving forward. Sacred Sherpa guides you beyond. You're moving beyond a circumstance or a situation, but it's very rooted in patterns of behaviour and belief systems here. And it connects to relationships. This is a fated meeting. Somebody is in your world already, or they're about to be in your world, very specifically coming in to help you to change this pattern, to learn to trust. And I feel that with this horse as well. Horses are about power. They also symbolize freedom and liberation. I'm hearing run with it. It's interesting. Horses also have they have the fight or flight mechanism within them very strongly. A horse will actually not be aggressive or violent, and unless it will only sort of like lash out if it feels really cornered. Naturally, if you go to the wild, into the wild, a horse will run. If you look at the kind of like videos around horse whispering, when they work with horses, especially a brand new horse, they don't break it in, they don't break it, they're not there to control it. They work with the horse and they allow it to run freely and to feel, the horse comes to you because of trust. So this reading feels very much about trust, about learning to trust, about letting go of something that has not been okay, a belief system or something you've been locked into, or a pattern of responding to something. You're leaving behind the red light as well. It's like you're moving beyond something, and this is like a green light reading. This is giving you the go ahead, and it's also telling you that you are going to be protected. She even walks with bare feet. It's like you can safely walk. You can safely do this. And for some of you as well, this maybe taps into childhood stuff. There's an inner child here. But this is a reading of real safety. It's a green light. You'll be looked after. What you are wanting to manifest is coming into fruition. And this is really exciting. So this is your first sort of message, is that a pattern or a belief or a something is coming to an end, but it's coming to an end because somebody in your world is shifting it. And if you haven't yet met this person, I think you're going to meet them. It's imminent. Some of you may already have met this person, but if you're about to, it's imminent. This is really exciting. It's really, really, really exciting. Okay. Now you can lay to rest, literally, something that has been in the way. The synchronicity, the timing is magical. Let's look at the week. Let's look at the week ahead and see what we're shown. May we please kindly ask about the week ahead. May we kindly ask about the week ahead for my beautiful pile twos. This feels really exciting. It really, really does. It's like, yes, something that you want to manifest is coming forwards, and something that has blocked you. But as I said, it does connect with people, I think. But it could be a work colleague, could be love, could be friendship. Something is to be, removed, or you step over it, or you go beyond it. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords. I find this card really interesting because, as Seven of Swords go in traditional packs, she just looks so positive. She's gathering things up. It's like I feel like she's very much making choices here. Let's see what else we have before I say any more. We've got Seven of Swords. We've got the Magician. Oh my goodness me. We have the Star. We have the Emperor. We have, look at all these major cards. I mean, this is huge. We've got the Knight of Swords, and we have the Four of Cups. Some of these cards did come out in pile one, actually. Now, beautiful souls. I am seeing you this week be able to sort of to shift a pattern, but it's like self-mastery with the Magician here and the Emperor. You're very much in charge of your choices. Okay, so this feels really cool. Super, super cool, because it's kind of like that there's a circumstance around you, a person, either in front of you already or coming in this week, who helps you to process this pattern of possibly, I think, a lack of trust, and to put it down once and for all. The Star is so hopeful. But this is very much about you're calling the shots here. as well. So maybe if you've had a pattern in relationships where you've conceded and you've let other people, you've done what other people want, or whatever that is, or you've just backed away. This is changing something. This is you being present. With the Four of Cups, I am wondering if, if for example you met somebody and it's not going terribly well, you might have just sort of put up and shut up. Whereas I think this is actually you really, really having a voice. You're moving away from some kind of pattern. I'm going to draw more cards around this because I'm curious as to what this is actually meaning. Actually, I'm not quite connected to the meaning of this card yet, the Four of Cups. But what we have here, I think, is of you being very, very, very much in charge of your own thinking patterns with the Knight of Swords, very much in charge of how you navigate a situation here. So this fated meeting, this connection, which could be somebody that's in front of you already. I feel this is a really empowered reading, horsepower. Very empowered reading. You're going to get what you want within a relationship of some sort. I'm not saying you concede to something, or and whereas there has been a pattern, as I said before, that pattern is no longer being followed. This is very, very interesting. You're able to walk your path of self-mastery, stay on track. And look at this. This would be like meeting someone and really making sure that the contract between you is right. And bringing your mind into this to be able to see very clearly what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done, to speak very openly, very honestly, very transparently. This is all about relinquishing that pattern. But this week there's definitely something going on around you that where this this pattern is left behind. Now I'm just going to ask more about this card because I'm thinking, why have we got this sort of? Because this is like a card of, I don't know, boredom, like a bit fed up, bit not going anywhere. I wonder if somebody doesn't receive your strength of character particularly well. I don't know. Let's ask. May we kind of inquire? May we kindly inquire about the Four of Cups, please? Ace of Cups comes through. That's interesting. Oh, and the Page of Wands. Ah, right, okay. So what I'm seeing here, this is about something ending and something new coming in. Okay, I think this is simply acknowledging, maybe for some of you, you might have maybe even defended against having something for yourself that you would love. Perhaps there's been too much of a pattern that would leave you feeling too vulnerable, so you might not have accepted it or welcomed it. With the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands, the Page of Wands is so full of passion. Passion, creativity, aliveness, spark, chemistry. If this is love, chemistry, most definitely. I think this is about putting down a period of time where I just think you can be you. You can have a voice, and I think you get what you want. That's what this is coming through. And I don't mean in a really ego-y way. You get what you desire. There's some sort of negotiation or some sort of, I guess a button is pressed to start with by someone, maybe. And this could be, like, for example, if I give you some examples, if you're single and you meet somebody and you're totally bowled over by them, but you immediately dissolve into insecurity, well, it's time for that to go. This is about stepping up, being yourself, be who you are. Say it how it is. Don't be afraid to step up. This is stepping up, not down. And the result is amazing. There's love, there's chemistry. If this is a business negotiation, and you think, gosh, they're not really going to, why would they want to do it my way? Why would this person actually even hear me? because that's kind of a world you grew up in, for example. Well, actually, have that voice. You overcome the pattern of being afraid to speak and to say, actually, we know we need to change this contract. And they're like, oh, okay, you know. So it's like you're leaving something behind, through and through. And as I said, you are, whatever it is that you are desiring this week, I think you get to by the end of the week, you've got there, you've got it. It's like, wow, you know, this is it, almost like this is the real deal. Whether this is a friendship, if you've been let down by people before and you've met somebody and you think, can I really trust them? Well, just be you. I feel you've manifested this. This is a fated meeting, and yeah, there's a significant turnaround here. Gosh, I'm very fascinated by these readings this week. They're very mind-blowing. They really are. You know, whether this is friendship or even family member or partner or whatever, you know, new love, business relationship, whatever it is. This literally is saying you are getting what you want. So kind of don't let any patterns get in the way. Patterns of responding, patterns of thinking, patterns of behaviour. Wow. Pile 2, this is your reading. I'm kind of really excited, you know, that all this is happening. This feels really, 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 really good and so positive. I wish you every blessing. So much fertility coming in with this hair. You know, literally, go with this. You know, if you've been trapped in a relationship with a horsepower, you've had in the past maybe not healthy relationships. This is going to be a healthy one. It's got vitality, it's got creativity, it's got, you know, this is not something that you need to refuse here. This is something to welcome in. So, wow. Pile 2, thank you so much for being here. At the end of these readings, my tarot course is now open to join, and I've put a little video on at the very end of these readings. So if you're wanting to check them out, do, and if you want to check out that course, do, and I will, I look forward to seeing you again at some point soon. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and everything that you do that supports the channel. Tons of love, Pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the card of Temperance and another horse. You also have Awaz, which is the rune of defense. This rune speaks of patience, and it also sometimes and perseverance, and also it can be asking you to recognize that if there is a delay or an obstacle in your way, that it is there with purpose. There's a higher purpose. I feel maybe you are needing to weigh something up here. Okay, now I'm seeing this card for you and this one. What do we have here? Yeah, Ariel and the Sphinx and the two worlds, which is in reverse. Okay. How very interesting. Okay, let's place that there. Yeah, I think you are needing to balance something or to weigh something up, to view something, to see it before you move ahead. Also, Awaz speaks of like the energy of it is. It also acknowledges that we develop an aversion instinctively to things that don't sit well with us. So, you know, when you have a sort of a gut feeling, it would be asking you to really listen to that gut feeling. Maybe press the pause button, check in with what you're feeling. We then have the Oracle's gift, and also Great and Full. I love these cards. And let's get your last Oracle card. There it is. We have Remember Me, the Divine Mother Within. Do you know, I think this may be the very first time in this pack that this card has actually shown up. Isn't that interesting? Remember Me, though, the Divine Mother Within. And we have here a mother figure with a baby. Something needs to be weighed up. Something needs to be considered, and not in a logical way, from like that gut feeling, like that, like it's like from the perspective of the feminine. You know, if we think of in very pure terms, and I'm non-gender, but in very pure terms, if you think about the masculine and the feminine, as the masculine being, you know, our ability to be really clear and make clear-cut decisions and goals and go for it, and the feminine is about taking the slow road, the windy road, really evaluating, thinking intuitively about something. There's something I think that you also need to see. So this is your first message. I haven't even drawn your tarot cards yet, but I think your first message is actually saying to you, there's something that you haven't yet seen. Uriel and the Sphinx speaks of the way that the sands of time, you know, can cover something like a pyramid and then uncover it again, you know, or we could dig something out. We can dig something out, and then the sands of the wind can blow the sands in and bury it again. There's something that needs to be seen here for you before you proceed. It is interesting though, because the Two Worlds card is in reverse. I mean, this does suggest that you are also free to move with something, to do something, to move something forwards. You're not hindered by something. And we have the horse. Horses are about power and movement and flexibility, freedom to move. I am now going to draw your tarot cards. Yeah, that I want to say though, there's something around you that needs to be maybe you are already weighing it up. Maybe you're contemplating it. Let me draw more cards and see what else we're shown about the initial message that we want to receive for my lovely pile threes, please. May we please ask for my pile threes for this immediate message. Okay, you have the Death card. Then you have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Five of Swords. You have the Six of Cups. You have the Ten of... you have the Ten of Cups. And you also have... Ten of Cups. And this is the Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Fool card. This is what's really was leaping for me. Look at that. You've got the Death card and the Fool. This is a new beginning. Okay, I think you are making some sort of a choice of some sort here. What is really, really interesting is, and this is your message actually, it's really clear. This is one of those choices when you need to trust your gut feeling. I think you already know, actually. If you listen to your gut feeling, you know the decision you need to make. Actually, this is, but it may be that you are in a circumstance or a situation that makes it logically look as though you ought to do one thing when your gut feeling is telling you to do another. Your gut feeling is the right feeling. There could be a choice in front of you where you really, really want to do something, but logically a part of you says, I'm really not sure about that. It might be like, I don't know, like if you were booking a holiday, this is just a random example, but if you were booking a holiday and your logical brain says, this is way more expensive, this is way too expensive for me, I can't really do that, or you've been invited to something and you're thinking, well, logically that doesn't make sense, I'm way too busy, but your gut feeling says, I really want to do that. Your gut feeling says, oh, that would be amazing. It's trust your gut feeling. Not everyone will agree with your choice here as well. That's also coming through here. With the Five of Swords, there may be people around you who wouldn't follow through with this. They would look at the situation and they would think that's not the right way to go. Your gut feeling is absolutely right. There is something that you want to do. For some of you, it could be letting go of something. For some of you, it's moving towards something. And for some of you, it could be both. Just with the Death card and the Fool card. But this is an absolute thumbs up. If this was like a yes-no reading, it would be, this is the thumbs up to a yes in terms of your gut feeling and your intuition and what feels right. Remember that we all have an innate intuition. I would also say it's very interesting. Your body will always respond to situations. It's like if you've got two choices and you're not actually sure kind of which choice to follow, and you sit with those choices and you let your mind wander into the territory of what they would be like, just listen to the way your body responds. Your body will have a reaction. It's the same when you meet someone. If you're not quite sure about them, go away and just listen, go revisit where you've that meeting, and look at what do you feel in your body. How is your body responding to this person? Trust the way you feel. I'm now going to draw more cards to find out about the week ahead and just see what else is coming through in your reading. I think you can move forwards with something with the horse. I think you can, for some of you, even maybe cut some cords and move forwards with something. And there's something new here. It's take a risk, isn't it, as well? Just taking that risk, taking that step. There is something fantastic right in front of you, or it's about to be right in front of you. If it's not with you already, it's going to be. Yeah, this is very interesting. This Awaz, this rune, patience. If there's an obstacle in your way, trust that it's showing up with purpose. Patience, perseverance, developing an aversion to things that don't sit with you. Yeah, everything here is trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling around something that's in your world. Let's see how this pans out. Let's see how the week is showing. But it's very interesting because it's more than, I don't feel it's just like a gut feeling of saying no to somebody. It's because you're really saying yes to something here as well. Let's get more cards and ask how the week is unfolding for my lovely pile threes. Okay, you've got the Chariot. There is something to be moved forwards here. Okay. Oh, look at this. So we have the Chariot. We have the Two of Swords. This is my favourite Two of Swords of all the tarot packs that I use. This particular Two of Swords is my favourite Two of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords as well. We have the Justice card. Gosh, that's not feeling right. Yeah, there we are. Thank you very much. And the Knight of Swords. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, this is asking you to be resolute and to, even though some of you might be, I feel there's like an unknown quantity in this. So there's your gut feeling, and you know it feels right. So you've got this first immediate message saying trust that gut feeling. But there's also something here about you then, by following it, it's like you're stepping into the unknown. And as you step into the unknown, of course, you don't quite know how it's going to work out. You know, even the Justice card, she's blindfolded. You know, she's following through, but she doesn't know quite how it's going to work out. And the same with the Two of Swords here. With this Two of Swords, we see somebody with his eyes closed, and actually what he's doing is walking intuitively. He's got these two swords up in the air, he's walking through water, and he's literally he's feeling his way through something. Now you could feel under pressure to have to take action or make a choice, which is why I think you might be feeling as though maybe that might be why there could even be a little bit of defensiveness with the Rune of Defense. But this is really saying there's something really powerfully positive for you to have, to do. It means taking a risk, and you're stepping into a space of the unknown because you don't quite know how it's going to work out. But this is suggesting that you follow it through. And it is this sort of just intuitively feel your way through this and go for it. Take it one step at a time. It feels like you're taking a risk, but it feels like the risk is worth it. And so, however this is in your week, I'm seeing the opportunity for you to literally take those steps, to move it forwards with the Chariot. And with the Queen of Swords, to really hold your mind in that space of possibility. For sure, you don't quite know how this is going to work out. But this is really suggesting that there's a lot of mental energy going on here. Perhaps it's a collaboration. We have the Three of Pentacles here. Perhaps you are looking at an investment. It could be a work decision or a health or a home decision, but this is about committing to it, and even though you feel like you don't quite know how it's going to work out, it's about moving forwards. Take it one step at a time, and as I said, even though not everyone will agree with what you're doing, there's a lot of generosity coming here. So if you're stepping into something and you're worried about money, I think you'll get the resources you need will come to you to be able to follow this through. We have that card of happy endings here, so this is wonderful. The fact that this is brand new or unknown, or you don't quite know how it's going to be, or you're feeling a bit wibbly wobbly or uncertain, this should not be holding you back. This is about trusting your intuition, because I think there is something that you would like to do or to explore or to risk having a go at. And your reading is saying, do so. And take it one step at a time. You don't have to rush. Actually, just take it one step at a time. Intuitively feel your way through this. Okay. Pile 3, I think this is your reading. Wow, keep me posted, because this feels like it's so exciting. Although really a little bit nerve-wracking as well. But it feels like there is a very, very exciting proposition in front of you. And it's interesting, it may well connect to some aspect of how you integrate your spiritual world with your everyday world. Because the Two Worlds card is about being able to walk your spiritual pathway and have that integrated into the material wealth of your world. So a bit like, I don't know, for example, if it may be in a previous life, you could have been a monk or a priest, but you weren't allowed to have a family. And this would be having a family as well. This would be being able to be... to have both, basically, to have both. This is what it's about. You can have... I want to say you can have your cake and eat it, which feels really, really exciting. But it kind of involves a risk in some way for you to grasp something. So that's kind of what's coming through here. Pile 3, this is your reading for today. Tons and tons of love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the things you do that support the channel. I feel very blessed to be connected with you all. Thank you so much. And I've added a little video on the end of these readings today, because my tarot course is now open, and if you would like to learn a little bit more about it, you can do so. There's also a homepage with all the information there about it too, so do check that out if you're interested in learning to read. Tons and tons of love, beautiful souls, and I look forward to seeing you again here for another reading soon. Moon Magic Super Souls, thank you so much for checking out this part of the video. I'm really, really honoured, mega excited, very humbled to be sharing with you my tarot course, which is now available and open to join. This is the Moon Magic Master Tarot Program, and this program is designed to literally teach you to read to a professional level. Whether you want to read just for yourself, or you'd like to read for others, for friends and family, or you want to literally read professionally or integrate reading into an existing career pathway. The course is designed to support you in every possible way to do this. It's been very much guided from day one. I was nudged, prompted, guided. The synchronicities were amazing to get the course started. And along the way, actually, during the creation of the course material, I was shown really clearly that the course was to mirror the evolutionary upgrade that humanity is currently involved in, where we are being lifted to higher levels of consciousness. It's been a very profound and very exciting experience, and the students who jumped on board to trial material and work with me along the way, all of them have said this is a life-changing experience. So it's very, very unique. Now, I've created a homepage with a video that tells you much more about how the course works, and the curriculum is there, and you can really find out whether this course is right for you, whether it would sing to you. So do check out that homepage. I will put the link right at the top of the description box, and also in the comment that I post beneath this video as well. But I wanted to just let you know also why I'm launching it now. I mean, because this course really has been guided from day one. And I've sat with this and really asked whether, now is the right time to launch this course. The course itself is still in production. It's completely created, but it's still in production. It's a mammoth task to create a course like this that works within an ethical framework. I mean, it's mega exciting. I'll leave you to check out that homepage to find out more. But I got a real big thumbs up that now is the right time to open the doors and welcome people in. We're going through so much upheaval. We are in the midst of this massive upgrade, and there's so much going on, and the course itself does also give you an anchor point. It connects you with a community of people who are all walking that spiritual pathway, who are all dedicated to their own personal evolutionary growth and their own contribution to the collective at large. And as I said, I have really sat with this, and I was absolutely given the thumbs up that now is the time to do this, to open the doors. There are amazing benefits actually for you if you do decide to jump on board whilst videos are still in production. I mean, there's over 300 videos in level 1 alone. Whilst some of those videos are in production, it does mean that you will be one of the first people to actually complete the course and to access this material. And there's loads of it already there, but as it sort of moves towards its completion, you'll also potentially be the first people to join level 2 and to go on and be registered on the Moon Magic Finder Reader directory, which is about creating a directory of readers who work within an ethical framework. Again, I've spoken much more about this in the video on that homepage, so do check it out if this is something that is really floating your boat. We are also, I would add, seeing a lot of volatility in the financial markets across the world. And although that's not my primary reason for launching the course now, I am very conscious that here in the UK we already pay taxes on everything that we create, whether it's goods or services. These taxes have been here forever, there's nothing new. But gosh, if we start to add additional tariffs, if something is then added to the course that could up the price yet again, at the moment we're seeing goods affected, but what if this is applied to services? I kind of really felt I wanted to open doors and create an opportunity for people to jump on board before we see any more volatility in the financial markets. It's not my main reason for launching the course now, but it certainly prompted me to really look at this and seek guidance. Is now the right time to open the doors? And I got a resounding thumbs up. So beautiful souls, do check out the course if this is something that is potentially singing to you. Thank you for being here on the Moon Magic Tarot channel, whether this is the weekly tarot channel, the monthly tarot channel, just thank you for being you. Thank you for following readings, whether they are mine or other people's, because, if you're doing this kind of stuff, you are walking that pathway, that evolutionary pathway of growth, and, you're holding the light. We are light beings, and we are here to enable humanity to grow lighter and to live lighter, to see things differently, to do things differently, to be different, to live differently. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for just for being you, for supporting the channel and for supporting all tarot channels. And if this is singing to you, check it out. Otherwise, regardless, I hope to see you again really, really soon here on my channel. And thank you for being you. Thank you for listening. Tons of love.